So, is being alone okay? So, I have no idea because I have been alone for the past 7 years. Like 7, 8 years, I have had no real contact with any friends. Once in a while, once in a year, I would meet friends that I had in school. And I'm not that old, so I'm basically talking about the age from where I left school, and then like you go to different cities, your college, etc., etc. And I have tried making friends. I have tried making online friends. I've tried making college friends or in general friends, and I'm not someone who is very boring. Like what I see, how people react to things I say, I am pretty sure that I'm not boring. But somehow I always find that the people who I find that are aligned with what I want to do in life and where I want to go. Basically, you find friends who have the same path, similar paths, or similar values, thought process, morals, whatever you call it. And I have tried making good groups where the mentality is same and everything is same, but it never seems to fulfill me, and no friendships lead to somewhere, and eventually I leave someone or they leave me. So I have no idea how to do this, but for most part of last 7 8 years I have been alone. And is it okay now? Like I have reached a stage where it does not bother me that I don't have people around me. Like I watch sports, I have a job, I do some work, I live alone, and I like you have to maintain your house and whatever, etc., etc. Not a house like a flat, whatever. So life is good, even though like if I wanted to, like right now, if I'm feeling heavy or I have some thoughts that are disturbing me, I have nobody to text. Like nobody has texted me last week, nobody texts me like anyway, like nobody casually just texts me to say hi. So that is the case, that is what it is, what it is right now. And the thing is that I have no idea if, as a human being, I'm okay or not. And this is not a video to teach you how to be alone or solitude is very important or this and that. All that is drama. Everyone who says that, oh, I love being alone, that is when you don't, it is an option to be alone. When it is not an option to be alone all the time, like it gets pretty draining. And the fact that it affects you to the extent that it affects your general life, general performance, like academically, like in your job or whatever you do. And it can like provoke anger issues or weird issues. Like, have you watched the movie Taxi Driver? So you can go into the you can have hallucinations, you can like go in a different mental zone where you don't just relate to anyone anymore. And you could be doing a job, you could be interacting with people around you, and you could be doing a lot of things and a lot of interactions, but in your heart you know that you have nobody to just have a casual conversation with and like share what you really feel. And this with me has happened because I don't think anyone has really valued things I genuinely wanted to talk to them about. And basically, like if you are alone and then somehow some old friend comes back and it is on off. Basically, if you are alone, it is an on and off relationship with everyone in your life. Everyone, nobody is consistent, nobody wants to be. Everyone wants to have a catch up chat, not someone who wants to be there for you like um, every step of the way. Yeah, that is what that saying is. So is it okay? It is okay, I guess. I don't own anyone. Like, I can't go and say to anyone that or tell anyone that, oh, no, you have to be my friend. You have to consistently talk to me you have to reply to my messages or etc etc. So 1 or 2 years back I had expectations with people that I used to think that, oh, they everybody knows that I am alone and someone has to step in and help me, because don't they have a heart or something. And it was very naive of me to think that way, because nobody cares. Like genuinely, even if you have friends, if you are in a group, nobody really cares about you in that way, that oh, he's alone and he must be feeling this. They are just busy enjoying their lives. Everyone has a phone right now, like nowadays obviously. Not even nowadays, it's been quite a while. Like everyone is busy with something or the other. Like you can be sitting in a certain place and you can be watching videos of anyone. Like you could be watching this from, like I am in India and you could be watching this from America. So basically you can connect with anyone, and therefore you have so many options. So even if someone is left out, and even if you were a good friend of him or a good you had a good relation with him or her, then but it doesn't matter, the stakes are not that high. Like imagine going 30, 40 years before, like you are in the same locality and you have the same friends. You have to figure out the solutions to the problems you are having with them, even though you are having problems, and eventually you grow, like you grow together, and till a certain age, until you get a job, you move cities, etc etc. But wherever you are, you don't have that many options, so you have to manage things with the certain people, and there is a sense of loyalty in it. I don't think this generation has that kind of loyalty, time, and emotions for others. Like they can be the actions people do nowadays is to be get a validation that they are kind, yeah, or they are good, or they are good at being a friend. Like everyone wants a certain kind of validation. Like people will ask you questions like how are you or this, just so they could feel that they are a good person. I like imagine if I am alone, so someone will come with a sense of, oh, let me rescue him. I don't want to be a I am not a rescue mission. I am not a patient. I am not like a distressed human being who is depressed. I am just a normal human being, and I can have good conversations. But if you're trying to change me, like if you think that I am alone and there is something wrong with me, I don't think there is something wrong with me. I think there is something wrong with a whole of society. Like I whenever I have tried to go and be amongst a group of friends or any group, and I see the conversations they have, and I see, because you live alone, you spend so much time with you, and I have gone into what psychology is, how people think, how people behave, etc., etc., and the endless loop you can see about mental health and psychology, this that. And I see a lot of people and they're not having actual interesting conversations. Everyone needs to be intoxicated to enjoy their lives. So me being alone is no worse than someone being with a group, being intoxicated or whatever, having a wine. I am not saying that it is wrong. I can have a wine once in a while. I don't say that doing anything is wrong. Whatever you do is your choice, and it is God will know what is right, what is wrong. We can say that this is wrong, this is right. But I just find it very weird that, like everyone as we grow older, we have to be intoxicated to have fun. And if we are in a group, there are certain, like every group has subgroups, and they have their own jokes, own context, and most of it is not funny to me. I am sorry, like it is not funny. And I like the last group I loved was in school, like when I was 15 or 16, and the friendship felt something, like it meant something, like we grew up together, and it was a journey. Like I knew everyone and I felt like they cared for me, and there was a genuine sense of family. Like you knew your struggles were the same, everything was the same. Now that we keep growing older and older, our struggles are different, and then there is a lack of awareness that, oh, he has this kind of situation in his life, that is why he's reacting this way, and everyone will react different way according to their situations in life. So that awareness is very like non-existent around me at least. And yeah, I voluntarily chose to live in a flat all by myself, like people of my age, like uh, just joined a job, etc., etc., in a new city. I would like it would be better if I live with a roommate, sort of. But I don't have time for that. I can't, like, I have lived in with a roommate in my college, obviously, but I don't have time for living with other people, because I know, like, it can help me if I get a good roommate who would just not be a nuisance and like not bother me, but also like you can have a friend who can stay with you, and then you grow together, you have fun together, etc., etc. And you can also go into a relationship, live in whatever you want to do, and there are numerous ways. But I just like after living so many years alone, now it is almost comfortable. Like, it doesn't matter, like, if anyone comes in my life, if anyone goes in my life, if anyone is angry with me, if anyone is happy with me, if anyone is appreciating me, if anyone is not appreciating me. And this is called a sense of detachment, which is actually appreciated in society. I don't know, sorry, I'm stumbling a bit. But like, this is appreciated, that this feeling of detachment, but this is actually robotic. Like, if you stop feeling emotions, it is robotic, and it is some trauma response. Like, if I right now I want to do everything, and then like my YouTube feed shows that, oh, this behavior is hyper individualism or something, whatever. And this is also, everything is a trauma response, this, that, I don't have time for all that, whatever trauma response I am doing, or this. But I do wonder if whatever state I am in is okay. Is being alone actually okay, or am I going mad? Like, am I turning into a robot? And are the thoughts in my mind right now hallucinations? Like, have you seen the Jim Carrey video where he talks about how the, like, existential apocalypse, like, that was my bio also. Like, existential apocalypse is sort of that you you cannot believe that you exist, and that your existence is so insignificant, it does not matter to you anymore. And if your existence doesn't matter, others existence is not even a question, that doesn't matter anyhow. So if you live alone for enough time, you develop things that, like, a general normal human being, I won't even say healthy human being, because I don't know what is healthy in this society anymore. Like, people who are in good friend circles, who have good social life, are they healthy? I don't think so. They are also getting intoxicated every day, and they also cry all day to everyone, etc., etc. They are no better than, if you are alone and someone has a lot of friends, they are no better than you. It is not a measuring scale that how many friends you have, etc., etc. And that is not what I am saying to make myself feel better, because I have options to be with people, and I have options to be alone, and I feel it is better to be alone. It is not better, it is not necessarily the better option or a healthier option or anything, but for me, I feel I'm more comfortable this way. So I don't know how people who have social life sort of look at me when I have this existential crisis. Like, I don't know if I deserve anything. I don't know if I want anything. I don't know if I want to exist, because I I try to work hard a lot these days, and What the only thing that stops me from putting effort every day, because it is a everyday effort. In your early 20s, if you want to build something in your life, you have to like concentrate and give your, like, not give your all every day, sort of that motivation stuff, but you have to try every day to be better. And the fact that the only thing that stops me is that for what, for who, like, I have a sense that I don't have anything to, like, I don't have anything to fight for, you know. Like, I feel, and is a lot of personal stuff attached to how, why I live alone also, and which I obviously won't go into. But because I feel a sense of that I have already lost everything that I wanted, now that being alone is okay, and working hard is nice, that you are busy all the time and you have a sense of validation that you are working hard, which makes you feel better, whatever, in whatever way, like whatever dopamine, this, that. But this fact that all this for what, all this for who, like, what is the, even though you have a purpose, what is the source of that purpose? There is no source, there is a purpose. So without a source, how, things don't make sense that way. So yeah, I, interesting, like, this is interesting, and I don't know why I have done this in English, but maybe because I don't even know if the country I live in has time for these thoughts. And if you live in a different country, if by chance anyone watches this video anytime, I don't know if you relate to it, because the people around me and the people I have talked to don't have time for all this. That, oh, you live alone, so what? And oh, you felt sad, nobody talked to you, so what? Don't be a crybaby, or don't be naive. And if I ever indulge into these kind of thoughts, because I live every day alone, like, living every day alone is not easy. Like, the, anyone who says that, oh, I like to be alone, you are privileged, because I don't know, like the rich people who say, oh, I like connecting to nature. The person who has to live on the roads or any grass also, the person who has to sleep on grass, whatever, wherever place they sleep on, they don't have an option. They are actually connected to nature. Like, nature is all they have, and it is not a privilege. It is not a hobby. It is not good. So yeah, basically, like, yeah, I think being alone makes you angry with the world, even though the world has done nothing against you, and it makes you quite naive, because the rules of society are far away from you, because you don't interact with the society long enough, and you don't care for the society, and the society forms its own rules of maturity and responsibility and this and that, and what is right and what is wrong. And then you are too naive like, when you interact with the society, and they feel like they know more than you, but you just don't want to be part of that society that is already like messed up. The society is already messed up, and they make their own rules, and they think that that is the right thing to do. There's nothing called right and wrong. You can have your morals and act accordingly, but there is nothing right and wrong. I don't think we as humans have the power to define what is right and wrong. And right and wrong in the way that subtle things, not obvious thing, that you are murdering someone and that is right or wrong. That seems pretty wrong. Murdering someone seems pretty wrong to me. Robbing a house seems pretty wrong to me. But yeah, and I find a lot of videos on this solitude or being alone and what is loneliness, and there are a lot of, like, women make videos on this mostly. Like, I don't click on the men video, Like if a man makes a video on being alone, I know that he will pick this dumbbell up, and he will tell me to pick it up and just be disciplined, and all that. I know that makes sense for a man to do that, so I obviously do that. I have dumbbells, I do gym because I care for my health, and I try to take care of myself as much as I can. But the loneliness and the magnitude of it cannot be solved with a dumbbell, or it cannot be solved with telling yourself that, oh, this is solitude and this is how I live, and self love, self care, this and that. Everyone needs, everyone needs conversations, and like physical presence, and someone who notices the strengths and weaknesses of you, someone who notices whether like just simply noticing what kind of behavior you show, and matching it with what you actually feel. They know, they see you and they know like you're not okay, or they see and they know that you are very happy. Nobody knows that about me, and people, if I go tomorrow with my family anywhere and they try to guess, they'll get it wrong, like they'll get it massively wrong. And even with my family, I rarely enjoy any time spending, because of this technology thing, because of this, the thought process is so different, and as your family is growing up, their priorities are changing so much. It is hard to take, and the fact that we have to pretend that we are having a good time with our family is also weird. And you can see when for because of whatever I have said, you can see I am a very hard human being to be with, because I want genuine, like, if we are spending time together, I need quality in it. I need to extract something out of it, not like, oh, every meeting has to be me in a project of my office doing a project, that what did we take out of this today, what productivity we did today. Not that boring type of thing, but like, you should feel better than you, like, right now I'm alone. If I meet someone, and I should have positive interaction, for positive conversations, and I should feel better even about myself. I should feel better about things, about the world, about life, and then I can spend time with them. Then it would be worth it to spend time with them, like, if we can have a laugh, if we can enjoy some moments. And it shouldn't be hard to enjoy your moments in life, like, it shouldn't be that hard. And it is very hard for me to enjoy any moment with a lot of people. Like, it feels very forced, very unnatural, and that is why I feel like being alone is hard, but being with people is harder. And so what is the truth of life, like, what do we do? And yeah, there are more aspects to it. There are more aspects to being alone, why you are alone, why you end up alone. And I am responsible also for being alone a lot of times, because it is not like, oh, a lot of people are very bad to me, or etc etc. A lot of mostly everyone is very nice to me, very supportive. I have a good family, this and that. But there is a sense of being alone and comfort in it that uh, like, always defeats spending time with people who cannot match your quality standard, quality time standards. Like, quality standards, who am I to decide what quality of people they are? But just the fact that the quality of time you spend with someone is not worth it, then it is better to be alone. And like, me having this conversation, making this video, is much better than me telling this to someone who would not understand it. And Even though this video would not be watched by anyone, maybe this will have zero views. I have zero subscribers, zero everything is zero, and I'm trying to learn what better to do, what to do, this that. So it is okay. It is okay. I am fine with not getting any validation from anyone. Like, it does not bother me, and it's generally okay. It is generally okay. So even though if someone is watching us alone and they feel very miserable about their life, I think self love is a bit stupid, because that is very narcissistic way of saying something. But you can keep yourself busy and take care of things in life and try to affect others' lives in a positive manner. And the if you don't want to be with people, don't be with people. And if people don't want to be with you, don't be with them, people who won't want to be with you. There's no point. It only drains you out more and more. And this is coming from someone who has tried to be with people who don't want to be with me, and be with people who I don't want to be with. So both scenarios I have seen, and it is not worth wasting time where there is no point of spending time. So yeah, I don't know. You tell me if being alone is okay, if anyone is watching this, and then we can have more videos on this and more conversations on this on weekends where when I have time. And yeah, take care of yourself, and I don't know, just chill out, relax. Life is not that serious, even if you're alone. At the end of the day, the person who has a lot of friends and the person who is sitting alone, they both will have to die alone only in their grave or wherever. So, yeah, chill out and relax.